Degrees off. Barbara's prediction of 18 degrees today. I think we're going to get there too. I really do. But then I think we're going to also get to my prediction of 20 degrees. And I don't think Barbara stands a chance really after that. Monday, August 16th, and it is an absolute pleasure to be going all the way back over to British Columbia again, catching up with good friend at Galaxy. Of course, we're talking about Louis Bergois, coming from the band Hillside Outlaws, and you know something? Very, very exciting stuff coming up really, really shortly. Now, one of the songs that we actually caught up with, and I tell you what, let's do this first. Got to welcome along everybody on Facebook this morning. It is an absolute pleasure to have you here. It really, really is. And if you're going to be joining us a little later on over there on YouTube, you know what to do, right? No, you do, actually. Yes. Sub, thumb, bell. You know the thumb? Yep. And bell. Yeah, notifications, you know what I mean? Yeah, absolutely, because we have important people like Louis Bergois joining us from the band Hillside Outlaws, and you love, love, love them. I know you do. You keep asking for them so much. So let's kick it off. Here is Bearers Essential, their latest song that we caught up with them, what, about 3 months ago, I think it was, here at Galaxy.
It's the song about beer.
I love this track.
That's a good one. I really like that one too. That's some of my favorite work that we've done. Had a blast writing that with Jeff Johnson. Had a blast producing it. You know, we just we were just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, with that intro beer. We actually recorded that on a mic. That's actually Jeff and I cracking open a beer on the mic. That's me whistling. You know, we had a lot of fun putting in all the little ad libs in there, and it was a blast. We've got a guest guitar player on there, Jason Berry. He's from Eastern Canada. I think he's over in, I want to say Newfoundland or New Brunswick, but over on the eastern side of Canada. And yeah, he brought a whole new flair to it. It was really a lot of fun to make this one.
Love it, love it, love it. I'm going to ask you about your shirt that you wear on your head. Okay, I'm going to give these guys a plug. I really, really am. But at the same time, I'm going to ask you what you have shows coming up and stuff like that, so that people can get an idea of where you're going to be and where to go to. Have you been to the Galaxy artist page lately?
I haven't been lately, no. Like the
Shame
Facebook
on
page?
you.
Yeah, you should
Shame
be posting up there all of your events, bro. Get them up there, because believe me, people go and have a look. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, for sure.
you want to get rid of that, do you? Okay, how's that? Look
Awesome.
at that. Sorry, Barbara had a pop-up come up on the screen that she wanted to get rid of. Yeah. The next pop-up is over there on the right side, top right hand
Oh, look
corner.
at that.
You know, yeah, see
These
that?
little
You could probably
things
try and get
down
rid of
the
that
bottom.
pop-up as
Yeah,
well.
that's all right.
It's just me.
Pop up over there.
Yeah, that
And
little
Anthony's
photo.
online, so
Anthony's
yeah,
online.
we'll see you after this.
Yeah, looking forward to catching up with you, Anthony. I really, really am. And, you know, it's an absolute pleasure. By the way, check it out. I just had to put that in there. Let's go live to the desk and have some fun, my friend.
Beer is essential. Beer make cans right there. Now that's an essential service if you ask me. All right.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Absolute pleasure to have everybody joining us on Facebook Live this morning, and everybody over there in Radio Land as well. Nice to have you guys along, because today we got somebody important. Yeah, Louis Bergois is joining us. Do you prefer me to call you Louis, Lewis, or just Lou?
You know what? I'll answer to whatever you call me, especially if you're calling me over to have a beer. So
There you go. We won't call you late for dinner either, by the way.
It is Louis. It's French. My dad's French Canadian, so the proper pronunciation is Louis. So the S is silent, but Louis, man, whatever makes you happy makes me happy.
Well, I think we got our priorities right. I think that beer is essential, to be very honest with you. Now, you brought this out smack in the middle of this COVID virus pandemic thing going on. And, I kind of agree. I think that people delivering beer are essential workers. So you get away with that one.
Yeah, and it's not just so much about the beer or like it's really about all the small, the microbreweries, all the places that really got affected, that weren't actually deemed essential, and these small businesses, these small bars, they had to close down, and some of them haven't recovered, and that's more what we're writing about is that just that whole idea of supporting your local microbrewery, your local craft store, you know what I mean? All the places that really got hit, because Walmart didn't get hit, Amazon Prime didn't get hit, right? It's these small mom and pop shops that really took a beating, and there's a lot of those places that, when we first started the band, these little micro craft breweries, that's where we played. There wasn't any, we didn't have a big enough audience starting out to be selling hundreds of tickets or thousands of tickets. And so we would put on shows in these little local craft breweries. Actually, this hat that I'm wearing is from Cannery Brewing right here in Penticton, British Columbia. And they were actually the very first venue that we played as Hillside Outlaws back in 2016. So when we came up with this, it's not really a pandemic song so much as it is a beer song that takes place in a pandemic. But when we wrote this song, we brought it to Cannery and, kind of seeing if they wanted to be a part of this. And they jumped right on board. They sponsored the whole idea. We put on this big contest. We had, hundreds of entries. We just drew our winners. So the grand prize winner is going to get a VIP show with us at Cannery Brewing, and it's really exciting. We're going to be doing the concert inside the warehouse where they brew beer, and it's going to be 30 people. They're all going to be VIPs. They've all got a bar tab. It's going to be a really sweet show. So having Cannery Brewing come on for that and help sponsor, with the venue, with the beer, and all that stuff, it's really helped this song grow some legs. And of course, having you guys play it over there on the other side of the world, it all means so much that we can spread this message of supporting local, because it matters everywhere, right?
It does.
It matters over there in New Zealand. It matters here. It matters in the United States. Everywhere that there's small businesses, they've been affected by this crazy pandemic, and spending a few bucks at your local restaurant, that can be the difference of whether or not they can go home and feed their family. So I think it's a really important message. It's not just a pandemic message. I think it's just an all-inclusive message. Beer is essential means small businesses are essential, and that's really the focus of what we want to promote with that song.
Absolutely fantastic, and it's good to get the skinny behind the song itself and get to know what it's about. I'm kind of hoping that you're going to send me one of those T-shirts you got on your head there.
Absolutely, I'm gonna put you guys together a little gift pack, and I'm gonna send something over the pond. We're actually we just launched our new Shopify store, so we have a new online store. It's actually www.beerisessential.ca. So you can go to that for your listeners. You go to that, and we have a whole new line of T-shirts. We got a brand new logo. I might even see if we can get some of these Cannery Brewing hats on there as well. And yeah, you can order right from there. We'll ship. I think we're shipping nationally, probably to the States. I'm not sure if we're shipping all the way across the world at the moment, but it is something that we are working towards. So that's something new that's happened in the last couple of weeks.
Well, I tell you what, Louis, I would be honoured not only to be able to wear the hat, but possibly if you throw in a Hillside Outlaws t-shirt, well, you know, then...
Absolutely, yeah.
Literally, people who watch this, they get on the interwebby thing, my bro. They really do. They go and find out who this is. Today, Delacoma coming out of Australia. Brilliant. Absolutely stunning. And I recommend that you have a listen to one of the covers he does of CCR. Yeah, literally. You will be amazed. Absolutely fantastic. But in the meantime, go and check out Delacoma. But right now we have something very, very important to talk about. And as I say to you, my friend, beer is essential, but you're right smack bang in the middle of summer right now, aren't you?
I guess you guys are in the middle of winter over there, aren't you?
Yeah, kind of. But I tell you what, it doesn't feel like winter here. 18 degrees. You believe me, we're 18 degrees right where we are right now. It's never really.
And this next song should be relevant all year round over there.
Well, we're lucky. We're actually on the sunny side of New Zealand. It sees the light of day first in the world, but moreover, it's a little warmer here than, say, places, for instance, like in Invercargill, Dunedin, stuff like that. Those guys down there, snow, sleet, yeah, all the yucky, wintry stuff that, well, you know, they deserve because they live there. Really. You know, you think that...
You're doing what they were getting into.
Well, you know, we don't mind them living there because if they lived up here, maybe the island might tip a little bit. You know what I mean? So keep them down
Careful of that. Life is all balance.
Well, it kind of is. At the same time, I mean, there's only 3 islands to New Zealand, literally. Well, actually, there's the Chatham Islands and all of those around us, but the major islands, literally, we have 3 islands and one right down the very bottom, closest to the pole, actually. The only one in New Zealand that actually got a name. How's that? Yeah, they called it Stewart Island.
That one's small one, that one's a medium.
Well, no, what they did was they called the very small one down the bottom. Yeah, they called that Stewart Island. So, you know, a manly name. They gave it a decent name. And then they just ran out of imagination and called the next one South. And the one after that, where we are, is North. Yay. Believe me, they had no imagination when they come up to it. You know, I'm all about renaming stuff. Honestly, Louis, I really, really am.
Get a poll going.
Yeah, well, you know, listen, I don't actually do too well when it comes to, you know, polls and stuff like that because, now, here's a good example. Scientists these days are finding new planets every day out there in the cosmos and, well, without even going there and asking the inhabitants their permission, they name these things, don't they? Yep, and then they find the moons, they name the moons, but then again...
The ego on these guys, eh?
Well, yeah, but hold on. Let's step back a few hundred millennia and go to, well, ours is just called Moon. I mean, come on.
That does make sense. I mean, I think technically it's called Luna, is it not? Which is essentially just a word that means moon, I think. Maybe it does have a name.
Well, I don't.
Ask Tyson and see what he has to say about this.
Well, you know something? I'm all about it.
In the planet title away from Pluto, so we'll see what Neil deGrasse Tyson has to say about this.
Well, yeah, to be honest with you, at the same time, which one was it? Was it Saturn? They had a baby moon just not so long ago. Yeah. I mean, they found a brand spanking new moon out of Saturn. It gave birth.
Wow.
Just a few days ago. I mean, fantastic. But I think we should... Yeah, but I think we should actually rename the moon something like, well, I don't know, Celestial Body Brian. What do you reckon?
It looks more like a Paul, but Celestial Body Paul, maybe?
Okay, well, that would look good on a check. It would, actually.
in a lifetime, we might see a base up there. So maybe they'll rename it once they have permanent inhabitants up there.
Oh, I think they've already got it.
You think so?
Yeah, believe me, they've already got stuff up there. They really have. The aliens have allowed us to go there a couple of times, so you never know. They might have something up there. Having said that, don't forget when they lifted off there, they sent the base back down to the moon. It rang for about 7 hours, like a bell.
What was this?
When they lifted off, they shot the base right back on down into the ground, into the moon, and it rang for 7 hours, like a bell. It's hollow.
The moon is.
Yeah, that's the only reason it would ring. Yeah, literally. Go and check it out. NASA will actually...
That one.
Yeah, believe me, NASA will actually tell you the truth on that one. They really will. You know what NASA stands for, don't you? Never another straight answer. Yeah, never a straight answer, not from NASA, but they will tell you the truth about that one. It did happen. And believe me, there's so many scientists out there that will verify that. It did ring for hours and hours and hours. Fantastic. Getting back to getting back to our planet. Let's come on back, somewhere, terrestrial at least. Something about summer. Tell me about this.
Well, this kind of stemmed from a write that I had with a local British Columbian artist, Chris Buck. And during the pandemic, like during the lockdowns, one of the things that we did as artists to kind of stay sane because we couldn't play shows is we would hop on Zoom or Skype like we're doing right now, and we would write with people all over the world. We'd write with people in Nashville, and it's just anything we could do to try and stay creative. And Chris had been living in Nashville up until the pandemic, and he was doing a lot of writing down there, and he was writing with a lot of really hot writers. And then so one day he kind of decided he'd slum it with me, and we were writing a song together, and he was kind of telling me about all of these songs that he had from all these various writes throughout the pandemic. And we're always looking for the best song. That's number one for us, is to put out cool songs. Number two is to write cool songs. So I always want to be the writer of the cool song, but if there's a cool song that I didn't write and we can play it, we can record it, then I'm on board with that. So I asked Chris to send me off a bunch of his songs that he had written, and he did. And there was this one that he wrote with James Barker, who's another great Canadian artist down here in Canada. And this song, Something About Summer, it stood out. And we've been sitting on this one, again, for, I think we got this early in the pandemic, like April, May of 2020. And we kind of did a demo, and we kind of sat on it for a little bit. And then we decided to finish it, and Jeff and I got together, and we finished all the bells and whistles. We had it sent down to Nashville for mixing and mastering and all that stuff, and it came back just awesome. And so we decided that 2021 was the year to put it out, and we sent it out to radio. It did really well. We got to about 60 something on the charts here, so not quite into the top 50s. But it was, terrestrial radio here in Canada is very tough because there's such a, it's a big, wide country, but there's not a lot of people. And so there's not really a whole lot of radio stations, and the ones that we do have, they're all syndicated. So there's not a lot of room to be adding new music, but we did get a lot of features, and this song performed the best out of any song that we've put out up to date as far as Canadian country radio is concerned. Obviously, it's doing very well on the streaming platforms. We did get a couple of editorial playlists on Spotify, and you guys are playing it. And this song is just a really fun vibe song about everything that's fun in summer. It's not really super deep. It's just really fun. And we got to play it live for the first time
on Friday, and man, it's as fun live as we knew it would be, and it's just super happy that in this career we've been able to meet great artists and great writers, and we've been able to collaborate with them, and you know, we had a song, one of our songs that we put out a few songs ago, Nothing Feels Like Tonight. That was written by Aaron Goodwin, who is also a prominent Canadian country artist. You know, we've been friends with him for a while, and just being able to be in contact with these kind of, you know, this caliber of writer, and to be able to record one of their songs, it's amazing. You know, eventually I'll have a hit song that I write, but right now just putting out great music is our top priority. And this song is this song one.
You know, I absolutely love that. I really do. Chris Buck is a good friend of Galaxy's. We love Chris. We really do. And it's nice to know that he's keeping his hand in there. Next time you meet up with him, give him a poke in the eye for me, won't you?
I will. I think he just moved close by. I think he's in the Okanagan Valley now.
Okay.
So I haven't actually been to see him in person yet, but I know he's close by. So we're gonna have to maybe if we get together for a write, we'll snap a picture and we'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Let you know.
Yeah.
We'll snap a picture, poking him in the eye.
Yeah. Give him the good old redneck and.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM and doing it live today with Louis McGuire from the band Hillside Outlaws. Here's something about summer. Yeah, we're looking forward to summer, even though this doesn't feel like we've had a winter really. I've got to be honest, it doesn't. It's been one of those really muggy ones. Next time around, I reckon it's going to be cold.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Now, when you say cold, what do you mean cold? You mean like 10 degrees?
No. One.
One.
One? Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're almost freezing.
Yeah, well, you know, it's zero. Everybody here bitches.
I would, yeah.
They really do.
That's first thing in the morning.
That's
overnight,
Jack
but-
Frost. We don't like that fella.
But it warms up to about 15 most days.
It does. It really does. But having said that, right down the bottom of the South Island, they could be anything up to about
Hi, Trevor.
20 below.
Nice to meet you.
That's cold.
Trevor's online. Trevor's
Oh yeah,
fine.
because I guess south for you is like north to us. Yeah, so the
Yeah.
further south you...
Yeah.
Okay,
We're heading towards the South Pole,
right.
you know, and we're not too far off. In fact, believe me, we do from time to time get icebergs floating past New
I've
Zealand.
never seen one. Yeah, there was
Well,
one
there was
years
one
ago.
not so long ago just off
Yeah, I know, but
Whakatane
I've never
Harbour.
seen one.
Yeah, you know, there was all these brain-powered people out there wanting to tow it in to be able to harvest the water.
We wanted to do it.
Back in the day, remember that? Really, yeah, believe me, we got some weird people in New Zealand. They see something like a piece of ice floating down the river, they kind of think, hey, let's make money.
So what do? They pull it in, they melt it for water?
Cut it up and distill it and have it as ancient water. It was around when Granddad was born.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. Trevor Stride's online.
Yeah.
Nice to have you on board, my friend. This is the guy with the radio station over there in
get
Alaska,
him
isn't
Get
it?
him to meet Louis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hillside Outlaws.
In the meantime, Louis, let's go back to the desk.
Galaxy.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Got to say hi to Trevor. Trevor, nice to have you on board, my friend. Just wondering if you found a female DJ for your radio station yet. If not, we'll keep asking for one for you. Mate, you never know what might turn up, really. Trevor Stride, that is, coming out of Alaska.
Newfoundland.
A Newfoundland in Canada. Yeah, okay. Well, just as cold, really, isn't it? It is. Now, at the same time, Langley, any new work coming out in the near future, are you going to come back and, put yourself through this again?
Only if you get the name right.
Well, put myself through what?
You know,
Talking to you?
yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
I understand why you're having a hair of the dog and not singing about it.
And you can't
Well,
even
you
get
know
his
what? It's
name
not.
right.
It's not 10 in the morning over here, so I'm allowed to drink. It's afternoon, so I'm allowed to drink whiskey.
Yeah,
Actually, you're have whiskey too if you want one.
Well-
I'm giving you the official outlaw permission.
Well, that's nice. It really, really is. But unfortunately, I'm only allowed to drive with a coffee. They won't let me have anything else. They've locked up the liquor
Hello
cabinet.
there, Rod Hanson.
They did.
I won't tell if you don't tell.
Well, it's on one of these time lock things. It only opens up between the hours of 1 and 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's the best time to start getting drunk.
It kind of is. Rod Hanson's on board.
In the house, I already sound asleep.
Believe me, I usually start work about midnight anyway, so no worries. Rod Hanson's on board. Nice to have you on board, brother man. It's been a while since we've seen you. And of course, you know Hillside Outlaws, and you're a big fan, I know. I really, really know that.
It's been a
Now,
long time.
We've got to see Rod in person. Usually we play down in Vancouver at least once or twice a summer, and Rod usually comes out and he brings his family, and we haven't been able to do that. So, Rod, we miss you.
yeah, absolutely. In fact, is it Darcy? Darcy's is the wife of Rod, and we had an official invitation to go over there, celebrate his birthday. About a year or so ago. Would have loved to have made it. I've got to be honest. Just get out of here and go over and party with some real Canadians enjoying real music. Would love to have done it, really. But keep the
Real
invitation.
beer.
Yeah. Well, we drink real beer here too. Got to be honest. One of them's named after a river that really you don't want to drink anything out of. But, it's good beer. It is good beer. Having said that, my friend, I am going to have to move on, unfortunately. But we are looking forward to catching up with you again. And at the same time, give Langley a poke in the eye for me too. Tell him next time, no excuses. Family comes first. This time we'll take that one. But no excuses next time. What do you reckon?
Absolutely. Yeah. Next time I'll make sure that he does it. Maybe I'll sit the next one out, and we'll just get him to do this on his own.
I can't see it.
Yeah, throw him in the deep end.
And see if he can handle all your jokes.
Yeah, well, believe me.
He can. Langley's got a great sense of humor. So
Nice.
I think,
Nice. Tell me, Louis, the last time we spoke, did I ask you about the vegan sausage?
Say yes.
Yes, I think you did it. It's made out of 100% vegan meat.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
I'm not sure how many vegans it takes to make one sausage, but
well, I've actually caught.
What to get the right amount of protein?
Well, I actually managed to find a vegan that would actually answer me that question, to be very honest with you. But then I says to him, where do you guys hang out? The only place I ever see you is in the news. Do you actually get together and, go down the pub and have a few beers and stuff? He goes, yeah, we do. I says, well, okay then. You're down the pub Friday night having a few beers, then you decide that you're going to, not like each other. Do you go out to the car park and have a few knuckles up? He goes, yeah. I says, is that being, do you still call that having a beef? He goes, yeah. I says, if he slaps you in the face, is that a slap in the chops?
No, you've been lettuce.
Oh, look, restaurant quality jokes. Come on. They are. They are restaurant quality.
That's family fun right there.
Yeah, exactly. Langley, I do
These
have...
are all jokes you could tell out of preschool. It's good.
So, Louis, I do have to move on, my friend. I really, really do. But I'm so looking forward to catching up with you guys again. Sean Simpson's watching as well. Sean, don't go anywhere. We've got another interview very, very shortly with our resident Elvis coming out of New Jersey. He's moving to Nashville too, by the way. Anthony Ligori. Absolutely love Anthony. We really, really do. So stay tuned. But in the meantime, my friend, take care, stay safe, and drink lots, but don't get caught driving.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. Stay right here for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Always good to talk to you, Grant. Appreciate you having me on.
Very, very cool, my friend, and I still want a bottle of that stuff you're slurping on right now. I really do. And that hat. Don't ask for much. No, exactly. Anyway, my friend, don't go anywhere just yet. But in the meantime, let's go back to the other studio. Here's George Michael and Monkeys.
And now, it's time for a classic.